What is Susiyam or Sugiyam? They are basically deep fried vadas which are made with dumplings, sweet dumplings using Chana Dal and Jaggery, and then dipped in a freshly made Urad Dal batter. That is the recipe we are going to learn for Ganesh Chaturthi special. It's me, Chef Preetha, welcoming you. But before we start with the recipe, do not forget to click on the bell icon for notifications. Let's quickly take a screenshot of the ingredients needed to make this recipe. That way, whenever you want to make it, you know what goes in it. So we can divide this recipe into majorly 3 steps. One is making of the stuffing, then the batter, and the last will be dipping the stuffing in the batter and deep frying. So let's start with step 1. I have a pan here in which I am going to add a little bit of water, not too much, and in that we'll add jaggery. So the stuffing that we are making is basically like modak stuffing or the sweet purnam or puran that we call it. So now that we have added this, we need to wait till it changes its texture and it will turn into a syrup. So as you can see, the water has already come to a boil. I'm just going to reduce the flame a bit and we'll allow this to melt down completely. In the meanwhile, I am going to tell you about the next step, that is the Chana Dal. So basically, I had around half a cup of Chana Dal which I've soaked in water for around an hour or 2 and then pressure cooked it, boiled it nicely well and then mashed. So this is what I have. Ensure that it's not like a paste, at the same time it's easy enough to shape. That is the texture that we are looking for. And we are going to be basically making a puran. So we are going to add the Chana Dal to the Jaggery once the Jaggery dissolves completely. So it's been around a minute. The Jaggery is almost dissolved completely. At this stage, I am going to add the Chana Dal. We'll just break this down. As you can see, the Chana Dal is cooked well. At the same time, I am able to mash it easily. And that's the texture that we are looking for. Now while cooking, I am also going to add some other ingredients, that is a little bit of ghee, and a few pinches of cardamom powder. Along with that, we'll add a pinch of salt, just a little, not too much. And now we are going to mix this and cook it till it kind of starts swirling in the pan. As of now, you will feel that the mixture is very liquidy, but it's going to turn dry very soon. So when it is just almost done or 3/4 done, at this stage, I'll add the last ingredient, that is coconut. So we'll add coconut. And after adding that, mix this up and cook this also along with the remaining ingredients. If you want, optionally what you could do is completely cook the dal and jaggery mixture, switch off the flame and then add coconut. You could do that also. So as you can see, the mixture is kind of drying up. So yeah, this is almost done. As you can see, it's all coming together. Now this is going to dry up, once it cools down, the texture is going to be a little different. So at this stage, we are going to switch off the flame and allow it to cool down in the same pan. While it cools down, let's get to the next step, that is preparing the batter for this. For the batter, I have a jar here. Let's quickly add the ingredients. Now I have used Urad Dal and along with that I am using rice also. So Urad Dal has been soaking away for around a couple of hours. So we need to make a nice fluffy batter so that we can shape the bondas nicely and easily. So once we have added the Urad Dal, I am going to add rice. Rice again we have soaked for around an hour. So if I have taken 1 cup of Urad Dal, I have taken around 1/3 cup of rice. So again that is also soaked and drained. I am going to add that. Now there are recipes which use only Urad Dal and rice flour. So you can use a batter of your choice, but traditionally this is the way we make it at home. And along with this, I will add salt. not too much. And now we are going to grind this into a nice fluffy batter. I'm going to add some water. So our smooth batter is ready for the Susiyam. All we need to do is wait for the stuffing to cool down completely. So our stuffing has cooled down considerably, the batter is ready, and here I have some refined oil which I have kept for heating right now on a low flame till we shape our stuffing. So let's start. So I'm going to take a portion size of this. There are times what can happen with your stuffing is it can be too runny, you will feel that you are not able to shape it properly. So you can add a spoon of rice flour or you can also add a spoon of maida if you want to bind the dough together. And now that this is ready, let's check if our oil is hot. Now if you feel that you have issues shaping this, you can always use ghee. I thought that I would need it, but I didn't. So you can just grease your palms with ghee and then do the shaping. Let us check if the oil is hot. But before doing that, let's beat our batter till it is nice and fluffy. But traditionally this is the way you make it. So as you can see, now the batter is turned nice and fluffy. Let's check if the oil is hot. And as you can see that it's come up on the surface. So now we are going to start frying. And after you add it to the oil, don't disturb it. Allow it to fry for a while and then turn it. Now if you feel that your batter is a little on the thicker side, what you can do is you can adjust the consistency by adding little bit of water. So this is the last one. I am not overcrowding the pan. Now the way I am going to ensure that the top layer is cooked is by just pushing the oil like this. What will happen is the upper layer of the batter, which is as of now very liquidy, that will kind of get cooked. And then when you turn, it is not going to go and stick to the edges. Nice. And mostly if you see Susiyams usually look off-whitish in color rather than looking like your bondas. So this is the color that we are looking for. Now I have a question for you guys. There are so many ways in which people say the term Susiyam, Sugiyam, Suiyan. So all my South Indian friends out there, I want to know how do you pronounce this recipe in your community. So our vadas are ready, or Sugiyam as you would call it. I'm going to switch off the flame and remove this onto a plate. So that's it guys, our Susiyam is ready. It's a fairly long procedure but simple to make, not very difficult. I hope that this Ganesh Chaturthi you are going to try out this recipe. I'm looking forward for your feedback. And if you have liked watching this video, click on the like button, share the recipe and don't forget to subscribe to India Food Network.